Yep.
Right, you ready? Let's get this show on the road. Welcome everyone. Welcome in. This is the team picks, the draws for tonight. As you see, some of them have already been given. This is because people have paid for the premium sign up. £5. It means you can pick your own team or teammate. For the rest of you, it is down to a spin the wheel. Are we all ready? Oh, you love spin the wheel. Are we all ready? Make sure my microphone's working. Everything's up.
I'm trying to find it. Am I watching from the admin chat or am I watching from?
It's you. If you want me to
Never
stream
mind.
it.
I'm watching it from YouTube. It's fine.
I'll stream it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. Well, welcome everybody. Anyway, as Adam said, thank you to everybody who donated and funded ERO for this coming season. As you are, maybe some of you are aware, maybe some of you are not aware, it does cost money to run this product. Apollo and other various parts, such as the prizes we will be giving away during the season, mid-season giveaways, all do come out of our pockets. And we thank you that our hard work and hours given to this server isn't just for naught. Adam's been great this off-season in helping myself and the rest of the admin team set up for Season 13, along with Jaden Carpenter. A special shout out to him too, as he's done an excessive amount of work with the sign-up standings as well. Adam's been working tirelessly behind the scenes to make sure we have a brand new standing system and graphic that Camille, Apple, Sparrow and Tim Liza, the F5 GOAT, will be all posting regularly, and it will be also all on our socials on Twitter, who Mr. Kieran Purnell is looking after every week. So ERO will be out there and it will be very visible to the public eye.
Absolutely. Well, I think we should get this show on the road, don't you? Rightio. So, first of all, we're going to be starting with F1. We're of course going to be starting with the Red Bull team. I see a lot of Libanars in the chat. We love Libanar. He's the best.
What tier are we doing first? Tier 4,
We're
is
doing
it? Or tier 1?
Do tier 1 first.
Fair enough.
We're going to start with Red Bull. There's only one seat available for Red Bull, as one of them's already been taken. So good luck to everyone who, I suppose, wanted Red Bull. Let's go. First pick of the night.
I love how we've just turned into like a mini gambling server. Everything is just spin
absolutely.
the wheel. If you don't have an answer for anything, just spin the wheel, okay? That's just it.
And there you go. We have a winner. Stephen Clay, you are the new Red Bull driver. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you, Stephen.
Put your name in.
F1 looks to be pretty stacked this season as well, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, some really good drivers. I can't wait.
Did you remove Stephen's name? No.
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm behind, sorry. I beg your pardon.
You can see my stream in Discord.
Yeah, but then I exit out of the chat on my PlayStation for some random reason. I don't know why.
Okay. Alright.
I know, it's a skill issue.
Right. So what team do we have next? We have both the Mercedes drivers. These are some big seats here. I think that's my favourite team at the minute. So it's a very good team to have, for sure.
Well, they had a good weekend, didn't they, last weekend now?
They did. And the first driver
Somehow.
is gonna be Joseph Burns.
ORT Red Ninja, who's raced in ERO quite a few times in the past. Good to have you in the Merc seat this season, sir.
Absolutely. Bosch. Second
Thanks
name.
a like, bruv.
Who will be? You've been saying that non-stop.
It's because it's not a funny
Obsessed.
TikTok for you, don't I?
Let's see who Joseph's teammate will be in the Mercedes seat. George Russell's seat, who did win last week, so maybe it comes with good luck. And Kai will be the second Mercedes driver.
Kai has shown great pace before, I think in season 9. First season back with us in a few seasons now. Or season 9 or 10? So,
this is a really good grid. F1, definitely something to watch if you're free on a Saturday at 8 o'clock. Absolutely.
I can definitely say that there, as the chat is just going wild with Livenau's.
Yeah. Sadly, Livenau's not on this.
Right, he did appear for a second as he disappeared.
Right, we're off to the Ferrari seats now, which I believe is your favourite.
The most important seats
Absolutely.
on the grid,
100%.
without a doubt. And who's going to be driving for the Scuderia on Saturday night?
Let's have a look. And it will be T.S. Corman.
T.S.,
saying that
who's
right?
probably going to be my tip for F1 this season. I think he's the driver to watch.
You think it?
Showed very, very good pace in pre-season
He
testing.
did top the sign-ups, I believe.
And he did top the sign-ups. We had him I think it was last week in Singapore.
Yeah.
And himself and Panos Nikolaitis, everyone's favourite Greek man in ERO. Both of them showing very, very good pace. So there'll be two to watch battling out on track all season long.
These two might end up being teammates. You never know.
Could you imagine?
Oof. Some proper rivalry going on.
I know, the double stacking and everything going on in between.
Alright, let's see who his teammate is as we spin the wheel. It's going to be Furquan, I believe. Is that how you say it?
Furquan Imites, also known as Fossifer, not Fockyfer, who was in F3 last season, battling against Snek or Darius Bodin
Really
for a
found some
long
pace
part of
there.
the season. Furquan, I think he's from Malaysia, I think.
He is. The flag's just
Yes.
disappeared on me, but
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did have it, and then for some reason it's now gone. So I'll just change that afterwards.
He's a good lad, Furquan.
Yeah.
Racing ERO for quite a few seasons now. Welcome back to you, sir.
Okay, so who's next? Aston Martin.
They've really regressed in real life F1, haven't they? They've
Yeah.
taken a massive step backwards.
Let's hope it doesn't happen in here.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll spin the wheel. It's going to be, I believe, ooh, Daniel Smith. That's pretty close.
Oh.
That might be
Dan
the best
Smith.
we've had so far.
F2 champion last season, along with Jericho Balgos in the McLarens. He makes the move over to the Racing Green team. That is the Aston Martin. Cognizant F1 team, or however you pronounce it. What is Cognizant? It's some kind of company, I'm assuming.
Cognizant, yeah, I think so.
It's funny because at work, we now use Workday, who sponsor F1 and Sky Sports. So
Workday,
apparently we're going to be getting some.
finance,
Yeah, you know the thing.
I think everyone knows the thing.
Yeah, a finance system for HR and planning. So we're using them at work now. So apparently we're going to get some F1 goodies from them.
You're going to get a track day or a
I wouldn't mind,
paddock pass. Oh, that would be a nice perk, wouldn't it?
wouldn't it? Me and the others, like 8,000 dentists in the company, vying for that
Alright.
one seat. As
have a look
Darius
who's
Bodin is a
next.
bit upset that he hasn't got Furquan as a teammate this season. You'll just have to race him on track, mate.
absolutely. Alright, have a look at the second Aston Martin seat. See who it's going to be. Not that many drivers left now, and I believe it's going to be David Slavny.
David, one of Jaden's boys from his previous server, showed decent pace as well in the preseason testing. Panzerotto, the Italian man, will be leading a green car. Very interesting.
Yeah. Sporting a third of the colour. Alpine. Let's have a look at these ones. Alpine's supposed to be quite a popular car this year. Although...
What, the Alpine?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, because apparently it's
faster.
broken. Yeah, but I've seen a lot of testing done on it, and apparently it's not faster. Some people were saying it's a placebo effect. But, lovely. For all of you tuned in, all 34 of you, please make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We do need more and more of you subscribing, as it helps build our audience, and you also know them when we're racing. There might be some giveaways done in the future on the channel as well, hosted by Adam and myself. We do love to spin the wheel here.
Oh, we do. It's our favourite.
For some family fun. It's almost like a game show now.
Well, I love it.
At this point, but yeah, we will be spinning the wheel for round 3 in season 13, which will be our first mystery track on this game cycle.
Completely random this time.
Completely random this time.
We had a few issues last season, but you know they're sorted, so we're not having that again.
They were span out on the wheel.
Yep.
Only a few drivers left now to pick their teams and cars.
I'm gonna go with the Alpine now. See who it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be AJ Maitan.
Debut driver, the German, showed decent pace in the one testing session I've seen of him.
It's good to
Hopefully,
know. Maybe he'll be a contender.
He has a good maiden season in ERO.
Let's see who his teammate is. Ooh, I shouldn't do that. It's gonna be Panos.
Everyone's favourite Greek.
This is a
Greek
good
man.
lineup, I think.
Yeah, this is looking very strong.
Strong lineup.
Just again, a big thank you to our premium signups in this tier: Mr. Michael Englund, Sniper Article, Jean Goring, everyone's favourite steward, and Jericho Balgos, who's a colourful history in the ERO, a lot of championships.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's just quick. Jericho's a nice lad too.
All those championships, but hasn't won a title yet.
Has he not won a title?
No.
Like a champion, driver?
No, he's won a constructors like 4 times.
4 times,
He's
but never drivers.
managed to win the drivers.
Wow. It's kind of wild, isn't it?
Yeah. He just sucks.
Fair enough.
Anyway, moving on. We're going on to which seats? With the Williams seats.
The Williams livery looks quite nice for
I love
Silverstone this weekend.
Yeah, it's great.
Where they've got I think they have 1,030 something employees, and every one of their names is on the car for the weekend, just for Logan Sargent to bid it into farm.
Wow. Right, the first driver is Anatoly. Congratulations, you're the first Williams driver.
Anatoly Maximiak, the Ukrainian driver, been in ERO for the last 3 or 4 seasons.
An OG.
Briefly drove in Gran Turismo.
An OG. Let's have a look at the second driver for the Williams team. Williams team. Yeah, I am. Get confused there. It's going to be Christian Lubinov.
Christian, who famously said at the start of last season that he could be faster than everybody in F3, and then proceeded to not win a race in the season.
I have a beautiful clip of him going straight on Singapore.
Christian's a good lad. I have a lot of time for him as well. He's quite funny.
He is. He's really funny. Alright then, on to AlphaTauri. Well, it says AlphaTauri, but it is actually the Visa Cash app. I tried changing it, but it wouldn't let me. So,
which I think has got one of the nicest liveries I've seen in a long time.
Absolutely, the blue and silver.
Ferrari. Yeah, it looks clean, doesn't it?
Really nice, yeah. So we'll see who this is. There's only 6 people left. It's going to be Julian.
Julian Kalinatovic. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Hello, Joe Harris, Mr. True Streamer Boy. Julian showed some great pace in the middle of the F2 season last year, having a very dominant win in Monaco, if I remember straight.
Yeah, it was really.
Really dominant, like I think by 15 seconds or so.
They got Crystal
and
very
then just kind of, okay. And then just kind of disappeared later on in the season and showed no pace towards the end. It was very strange.
Hopefully he has a turnaround. I'd like to see him back at the front again.
Yeah. So 5 seats left.
Spin the wheel again.
Where we have Ollie, Rodwell, Joe, Dominic, and Darius all left to get.
And it will be Rodwell as the next seat.
Which I think Rodwell would have wanted the AlphaTauri / V cab.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good seat. I think he's always kind of preferred that. I think.
That or the Merc or the Red Bull, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just
I like the V cab. I think it's a really good car.
It's quite clean.
So
4 seats to go.
Will you be in the snot car or the slow car? Actually, Haas is not slow anymore. I'll tell a lie. Darius is in the Kick Sauber.
Well done, you're in the Leprechaun car.
The snot car. Is that a good seat for you, Rogerwell? You happy with V-carb? I think that's quite a good one to get, to be honest.
Agreed.
So you only have to spin the wheel one more time, because obviously we know who's in the Haas after this. So this is the final spin the wheel. Will it be Ollie, Dominic, or Joe? Let's find out who will be in the final seat in the Kick Snot car. It'll be Ollie, I believe. Yep.
Ollie Hardy, who joined mid-season last season into F2, was a late arrival and showed some decent pace in their limited time on the grid. First full season for him. And we're going to have Joe and Dominic taking out the tractors. I mean, the Haas's.
I've not put the reserves in yet. They will be filled out after the stream. But this is the finished grid for the F1 tier. And I would say it's a pretty good tier to be in.
Definitely a lot of big names to watch out for there. Just quickly going through it. Kai Zakuber, I hope I pronounced your name correctly. He's shown some great pace in the past. Crystal, you can't knock out. Jericho as well. David Slavini, Slavny, I hope I've said that correctly. Panos, Julian, Christian, Roswell. This is a very, very good grid. And of course, the man I think who's going to win it all, Mr. Thias Korsman. And he's in a Ferrari too. That's a nice touch.
You like that, don't you?
Yeah, that's good.
You're a big fan.
It's a big. I'm a fanboy.
Yeah. All right then. That's one tier down. 3 to go. Thankfully, the other tiers, as you see, they have a few more drivers filled out. F4 has nearly got half the grid filled out. In fact, it does have more than half the grid filled out, just from premium sign-ups alone, which is really impressive from those lads.
Yeah, F4.5 drivers been around for quite some time, haven't they? So
yeah.
Same with F3. F3 is quite well filled out too.
They know what's up.
Yeah.
So we'll get on to F2. Now we have both the Red Bull seats open. These, I'm sure, will be quite highly contested seats. Everyone loves a Red Bull. It makes you feel fast, even if you're. So I'll have this first spin here to see who's in the Red Bull seat.
Last game in F123, the Red Bull sounded very nice. Their engine sounded very nice.
Oh, it's Lewis Marion. That is really close, by the way. I thought it was going to land on Cody, but it did not.
Lugoats, who's asked for Callum Lyons to be his teammate. Let's see how lucky he is. Yeah, lucky it was going to land on Cody, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so on to the second Red Bull driver now. Oh dear, it's going to be Yeast.
I think you just drove a Red Bull before.
Yeah, I think it might have actually. That's quite a good lineup, I think. Two very good drivers. Well, Luis is. Not sure about Yeast, but we'll see. It was really close though. Which ones are we going to go into next? There's actually no Mercedes seats. It's unfortunate.
They're both taken.
They're both taken. We do have one Ferrari seat, so we're going to spin for that. See who it's going to be. It's going to be Callum Leons. Congratulations, Callum.
Mr. Callum Lyons. What age is Callum?
Yeah. No, Callum.
No idea.
Callum Lyons, yeah. Oh, what'd you say?
Did you ask what age was Callum?
No.
Oh, I thought you said what age was he?
No. There you go. I think he'll be happy with the Ferrari.
Yeah. Callum drove the Ferrari before in season 11, I think it was.
Everyone's a Ferrari fan.
Yeah, and he will be joined by Gustav Scherbert, who will be the host in F2.
Yeah.
Gustav's been a great asset to ERO the last few seasons, helping along, and he's always got the lobby sorted before anyone can even blink. And if there's a restart, I think Gustav and Zuchal are very good at that. And credit where credit's due to the two lads. They're always on it when it comes to the settings and everything else.
Absolutely, yeah. So, move on to the McLaren seats. These are my favourite seats. Oh, actually, I said the Merc. Oh, they're both my favourites. I have two.
Same engine.
Yeah. So, see who the first driver is. I don't know how to pronounce this. Loic.
Magne?
Yeah. You might be better than me.
It is Loic, but it's probably Magene or something like that.
Okay.
Probably,
Well,
I'm not too sure.
They're in the McLaren. Just bring these over here.
Yeah. Still some good names left in this tier. Dan Dale has made a return somehow into ERO after hibernating for 2 seasons. Joel Harris.
More than that. Okay, second McLaren seat. Let's go.
Let's see how we get here. Some interesting newcomers in F2 as well, that has to be said. One to watch out on is Mr. Regan McKinnon. Scottish man who I've seen before has shown some good pace in previous games. As Vaxi is actually in the chat. And is quite surprised
more than two.
that he's gotten a shout out.
Okay.
Yes, Dan, we remember you. And we remember you signing up to bloody GT7 and just being AWOL the whole time as Zeman Iwaniuk. Is that how you say it?
I don't know. I was end up butchering names.
Oh, that's okay.
That rounds out the McLaren seats. Onto the Aston Martin.
Aston Martin.
Yeah.
And then you also have the returning Ivan Belov, who hasn't raced in ERO since I think season 9, so it's good to see him back.
Zach Smith is the winner of that.
Zach, congratulations to you. You have a green car.
Woo! Alright, let's see who his teammate is. It's going to be William Matthews.
William Matthews, the Dutchman.
Is he a debut driver or am I?
No, Williams raced before.
Okay. Alpine.
Oh,
Alpine,
I
Alpine.
think Williams driven the Alpine before. He drove originally in the crossplay in season 10 when Cameron and myself took over. And last season he drove in the AlphaTauri.
Oh, well, the Alpine driver is going to be Mikel. He's one of the-
Mikel Rasmussen Zintos, who's returned to ERO after a little break, a sabbatical as well, the Frenchman.
Definitely remember that name from previous seasons.
Yeah.
One to watch.
Definitely another one to watch here.
To the second Alpine driver now. It's going to be close again, but it's going to be Joel Harris in the second
Joel
Alpine
Harris.
seat.
Mr. True Streamer. I think he had ERO in his name very briefly.
Oh, he took it off.
I think he did because he's on Steam or something.
He starts with minus 10 points in the driver standings. For taking the name out.
Big L. Just to Joe Royal has just messaged me here asking about assists. So ABS and line are allowed in F1. In F2 and F3, everything is allowed apart from full traction, which is banned. And F4, all assists are permitted. So if you do have full traction on and you are in F1, F2 or F3, well, you better get changing it soon.
Yeah.
We don't, Joe. I know you're messaging me here. Don't worry. We're going to change that in the line only. It's going to say line and ABS only. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Cool. Everything sorted?
Yeah.
On to the next one then. Williams. Who's going to be the
Roswell's asking his new teammate not to get in too many incidents this season. Julian.
Joel Page is the winner of that Williams seat.
Joe Page, who's shown some quite good pace as well, and it must be said, the Irishman.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you, being placed full-time seat.
Absolutely. On to the next. 7 left. It's going to be Ivan Belov. As you said, returner. Joining Joel in the Williams seat.
Dan says he knows nobody in his tier. Well, you'll get to know them on the track come this weekend.
When you crash into him.
When you crash into them.
Alright, on to the next one. On to the V-Carb.
I think this is the one everyone really wants, isn't it?
Yeah, this is probably the... And it will be Dan.
Well, Dan does win the lottery.
He may crash, but he has the best car, so it's fine.
It's a balancing act.
Do it in style. Alright then, on to the second V-Carb seat. It's going to be Philip.
Philip Boucher from the United States. I think he is a debutant as well, Nero.
Yes, I believe he is.
Hmm.
We don't all get what we want, do we, Dan? You'd rather have the McLaren, but tough.
Well, if you'd rather have the McLaren, you know what you should have done? You should have done a premium sign-up.
Exactly.
I like this premium sign-up business.
Oh, me too.
And as a result of the great response we've gotten from the premium sign-ups, I can finally buy Adam his Fanta Light and an ice cream to go with it.
Yep.
And we're going to have some very interesting prizes mid-season in our giveaways. And for the champions of each tier, I am working on something special for all of you. It'll cost a bit of money, but we're happy to do it for you guys.
So make sure you
something something very personal if it comes to fruition.
Absolutely. You have to find out and see what we have in store. But trust me, it's worth winning it for.
That's some great poetry.
Yeah, thanks. onto the onto the King Salver. 4 drivers left, 2 spins to go. It's gonna be close, really close. Noah again. I think that's dead on, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be Noah.
The wheel never lies.
Nope, but it's damn close.
Mr. Noah Romer, a debutant again in ERO. Him and Leandro are both debutants, actually. I think Cody is as well, now that I think about it. Who isn't a debutant out of the last 4 drivers? Regan as well. So it'll be all interesting to see what these 4 can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And so,
who's your pick for F2?
What, to win?
Yeah.
I'm going to put my money on 2 drivers. I'm going to say Mikael Zintos.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say Callum Lyons.
Callum Lyons showed some great pace in pre-season testing, it must be said.
Yeah, it's been really quick.
Yeah. It must be said. And we can't count out the likes of Samuel Newman, Lucas Zafraniak, one of our favourite commentators in the ERO. Even Lugoats can get a podium or a win.
There's a lot of people.
Joel Page. There's a lot of people. I think this is very, very open grid. I don't think anyone's this. William Matthews has a chance to do some damage too because he's been quite quick in past seasons. And Gustav Schubert as well.
Yeah, the prize of the of winning your tier is a vegan sausage roll from Greg's. We'll keep it warm in the post. Anyway,
well,
on to the
second blue passport.
Second Sauber seat. There's 3 to go. It'll be Cody, who nearly got a seat in the very beginning. Leandro or Regan, who you said was a one to watch.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see who it is.
Scotsman, who showed some great pace in some other servers that I commentated in last game cycle.
It's going to be Leandro. Which means Regan and Cody are both in the Haas.
That is your F2 grid, ladies and gentlemen. Just F3 and F4 to go. F3 races at 7:30. A new time for the second lowest tier in ERO. Normally it's 7 p.m. or 10 past 7. We've extended to 7:30 this year just simply because Jack and myself are usually commentating. And we just get in too late and miss half the chaos. And any driver who wants to race up from F4 then is also more than welcome to drive and not be sweating the time, especially for the longer races, such as the Singapores or Canada becoming quite a long race as well, can't it?
Yeah, there tend to be a lot of safety cars.
Yeah, I think Singapore is the longest race in the game in terms of like how long the actual 50% race goes. It goes well over the hour mark, I think, every time I've seen it.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. So, moving on to F3. A few more seats taken in this. Me and Sparrow are teamed up in the Mercedes. And he's jinxed me already in the weekly questionnaire, so this will be a season to forget for me. We're going to click to spin. See who the first driver is taking the seat of the Red Bull. It's going to be Matthew Wrightson. Congratulations. The Red Bull for you, Matthew.
Matthew's preferred car was the Alpine, probably because it was faster. Has
Placebo.
Not gotten what he wanted. Placebo, exactly.
Okay. I think you can't complain with the Red Bull, to be honest. Should we see who Wrightson's teammate is? Very sorry for whoever gets picked in this one.
You're going to get a flurry
My
of messages.
condolences.
Please be Alex Theodore.
Nearly. It's going to be Mark Crawford.
Marco, an Xbox driver from Scotland, another debutant in the ERO. Mark,
So
please
sorry.
mute your Discord for the next 2 weeks.
I'm so sorry. Right. We're skipping past the Mercedes, the Ferrari and the McLaren and going straight to the Aston Martin. I'm going to see who's in this car. Oh. It's going to be Ronan Clark.
T-Rex! My boy Ronan, you need to win a championship this season.
Manifest it, come on.
Yeah.
We've got Seth and Matthew both in Red Bulls. What that means, they can argue in the team chat.
Could you imagine?
Just tell Mark to meet that one as well.
Wait, Lugoats and Matthew.
They're both in Red Bulls,
Yeah.
just in different teams, different tiers.
They're both representing the same team. Oh, Matthew's
That's
gonna love
funny.
that.
Yeah, that's funny. That is funny. Alright, seeing who the teammate of Ronan is. It's going to be Julius.
Julius. Oh, yes, yes.
No, I don't
His
know.
first full season
Yes,
in ERO after joining late at the end of season 13.
12.
Thank you, 12.
He's in the future. Alright, onto the Alpine. The faster car. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Alex Kursis. A Greek driver.
Alex Cortras. Axel Foley, as we called him in F5 last season. Is it Axel?
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, Axel did do a lot of dancing last season. Good lad. Can take. In fairness to Axel, he can take Alex. He can take a bit of. He can take a bit of heat, after a race, and he's well able to give it back. I think me and himself had a few arguments after Kota last season, and we ended up just becoming good friends afterwards. Nice lad. Well deserved full-time seat for himself.
Absolutely. Seeing who his teammate is then. It's going to be Callum, I believe, yeah.
So, Mr. Callum Ogden, part of the CRE organisation, back again racing with ERO.
Love to have him.
He's a good lad, Callum. Quite prominent member of the sim racing community, the F1 esports community. Everyone seems to know him.
Yep. Right, onto the Williams.
Some interesting names in F3 at the moment, with the likes of Daniel Nee there, Sparrow Maltby as well. They have always been knocking on the door of a championship or the upper echelons of a tier, and just need to push on, I think, this season.
Out of the championship.
A few times. I'll be commentating on Sparrow this season. Hopefully we can see some great stuff.
Yep. But the winner of the Williams seat is Edgar, so he gets that.
The Latvian gentleman nicknamed Edzak, who returns to ERO after a few seasons on vacation. Welcome back to you, sir, and enjoy your full-time seat.
Yep. And his teammate, see if we can speed this up a little bit now. So you've had a long day commentating 2 tiers and then straight here.
Wow.
Louis Wood.
Louis, I think he's a debut driver.
I think so. They could be wrong. So,
Sorry.
No, you go.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to move on. So there's one seat from the V car already taken. Hayden Johnson has claimed that one, so that means there's only one left, and we're going to see who that is going to be. There are 6 drivers remaining now. It's going to be Alex Theodore.
Alex the GOAT getting the jazziest seat in the house. Drove in Ferrari last season in like nearly every single tier that we would let him race in.
That's just an upgrade.
Alex, we love you, don't worry.
He can reserve every tier he wants to.
He really can. I just put him in F5 and race every.
Yeah, absolutely. So, 4 drivers left. Let's take Hayden out of that running. There you go. It's going to be Fowler.
Fowler, I think, is a returning driver to ERO. Didn't race last season, as far as I'm aware, but raced maybe a few seasons ago.
I mean, the Kick Sauber.
Mm-hmm.
And their teammate will be final spin of F3.
Will it be Lex? Will it be Daniel? Will it be Maximilian?
It's going to be Lex.
Lex Hod, Mr. Bio 66. Kind of like Alex, where he's raced a lot as well in the different tiers in ERO. Great to have you back with us again, the Dutchman, the Flying Dutchman.
Absolutely, and that means that the 2 Haas seats go to Daniel and Max Jr.
Daniel, who raced in F5 last season, won the season finale in Abu Dhabi quite comfortably in a very dominant display. I think he did a Grand Slam that weekend, actually. Has been promoted into F3, where he'll be looking to push on with his run of form towards the end of the F5 season last year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that just leaves us with one tier to go, which is the usual suspects in F4/F5, also known as F4.5, where you're going to have crowd favourites such as Jack Bailey, such as Suchol. Tim Liza will be joining mid-season whenever he decides to get the game, so I hear.
Fortunately, Jack Bailey has not got a great teammate this year.
No.
So I'm not sure they're going to win.
Last season he did.
Unfortunately. It's going to bring him down a bit.
Me and my tractor driving skills.
Well, half the seats are literally taken, so we're going to go straight.
It's just great, you know.
And
again, a big thank you to all the donators in ERO. You've all been great. Special shout out goes to Louis, debut driver from the United States, with a big hefty donation. We really appreciate the donation and just the supporting of the server. It's been great. We were just saying earlier this evening myself that we were a bit worried when the game was first released in its state that we possibly could only have 2 tiers.
Yeah.
And now if we left signups open for another week, probably would. It wouldn't have been comfortable, but we would have had 5 tiers. So absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, all of you, for supporting us. It's appreciated.
Yeah, it's really great.
It's great, yeah.
Right then, without further ado, let's get on to Aston Martin. Really isn't that many drivers left on this wheel.
And guess who I'm racing with this season? My best friend in the world.
Yeah, me.
Mohammed Faizan.
And however, the Aston Martin seat's going to go to Istvan.
Isfad, another ERO legend. If Isfad could race, and if we had 10 tiers, Isfad would race F10 to F. I tell you this now.
He'll race all of them.
He just loves it. He lives and breathes it. Istvan Fodor, and he's always very clean. I've seen him do one in the 4 or 5 seasons I've raced Isfad.
Yeah. Joining him in the Aston Martin seat will be Marcus.
Marcus Berggren, the Swedish gentleman. I think he's a new addition to ERO. You're joining the craziest tier in F1 esports. Good luck is right.
Yeah, you'll need it.
Especially driving these Ferrari terrorists.
And the Alpines. And the Mercedes. We have Camille, our goated standings editor, has arrived on the scene, not to just update the standings, now he wants to make his own standings. Terrible pun. And he's going to be joined by Claudio Halbert in the Mercedes.
Yeah, exactly.
Ones to watch as well in the Sauber are the Ann brothers, who Suchol has been making memes about all week in the F4 chat.
Sure, this will be a
Darrell
good
and
pairing.
David.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Well then, on to the second Williams seat next to Lowry. Who's it gonna be? It's gonna be Nico.
Everyone's, no matter who you think your favorite person in Euro is.
It's like the saying is everyone's a Ferrari fan, everyone's a Nico
Everyone's
fan.
a Nico fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Agreed. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, just happy to turn up.
Yeah, does not matter where he finishes or what happens in the race. He just enjoys it. That's really what
As
I wanna
Wilter
see.
says in the chat, kind of symbolic that the best tier will be the one will be discussed about as the last one.
Yeah.
Well, it is F5.
Yeah. 4 remaining. On to the V-Carb.
Luis Saligero, we wished you were with us, sir. I know you're on holidays for the month of July. You'll be back with us in no time.
Yeah. Enjoy your holiday, my friend.
Yeah.
Aaron
Well
Derrick.
deserved. Lewis is
still
such a
in-
cool job, by the way. Have you heard about it? He's a
Oh, no.
cameraman for sports.
For what?
For like football matches, he's a cameraman.
Oh, that's wicked.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's really cool. What's your favourite team that you've ever filmed?
Because I think he does like the Portuguese. What's the Portuguese Premier League called?
It's like Liga F or something. I can't remember.
You should know you're playing a lot of FIFA these days.
Doesn't mean I'm good at it or know the teams. I'll be making a lineup, Jack. You'll have the formatted ones out soon, straight after the stream.
Mr. Aaron Doak, Clyde in the first VCAB seat.
Yep. Which means it's going to be the final spin of this gambling session.
Who will it be? Bjorn Mohammed Faizan, say his name, or Manuel Quesadilla, Mr. Corflex.
Jeez.
Jesus, right.
It's going to be Manuel.
Manuel
Which means
taking
we've
the
got
last
a-
VCAB.
Which means we've got a Faizan Bjorn Rasmussen lineup in the Haas. What a lineup. What a lineup.
Barrow, I know you're watching, mate. You have to stress how cool of a name Mohammed Faizan is every chance you get this. I know Lucas will already. Jack Bailey, good morning. Nice of you to join us. He's like the Bashi of the reveal where he's...
Liga
Please.
Portugal. Sorry, I interrupted there.
No, Ahmed just telling us Liga Portugal Sabseg. Yeah, big up the quesadilla. Well said, mate. Anyway, that will round out F4.5. I'm not sure who's going to win this, to be honest. I think a variety of drivers could. Daniel Blackwell Skierzelik, I keep butchering your name, Daniel. I'm really sorry. You're going to give me a lecture about it next time we speak. Has shown some great pace in pre-season testing. Bastian Vries as well.
That's who I've got my money on.
You've got your money on. Bastian really had an amazing second half of the last season in F5. Really had some impressive wins and some good drives against the top drivers in that tier. Camille as well can show some talent. Jack, if he practices, could get a podium. Sucho will get a random win in the rain. And then the real X factors here are the two Ann brothers, Daryl and David. I know David showed some good pace in the last preseason test in Miami.
Well, we see
And
Steve
then,
Rogers.
and then does anyone remember and his terrorism in Jeddah in season 9? Wani raced 2 races in F5 when it was back when it was not crossplay. He killed about 10 people in Jeddah. and just left the server. It was like him and Fatnik when they were back causing terrorism.
Finally,
And
nice lad.
yeah, and now when he's back, he's in a full-time seat in the McLaren. Good to have you with us, mate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I believe they are actually brothers.
No, Darrell and David are brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a coincidence. They actually paid for their seat
No.
together, so yeah.
They did, and Matthew's already starting.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Milo thinks the Haas are goated in F4.5. Mohammed Faizan. The over and under for Bjorn to do how many laps this season? That's what we want to hear your prediction, guys. No, Jack, you smell. And that will wrap it up. Jack and the rest of the admins will be sorting out the driver roles, so we'll get that done for you ASAP.
Yep. While they do that, I'll be sorting out the lineup graphics and get them sent out.
Again, another big cook by you, Adam. Well, amazing stuff.
Let's hope it all goes smoothly.
The attendance polls will be going up momentarily, so to make sure you have clicked in, say that you're attending, and you can have a great first weekend in Silverstone.
Just coming up in 2 days' time.
2
Following
days' time.
the actual weekend of Silverstone in real life.
Yeah. Oh, that will do us for this evening. I hope you've all enjoyed listening to Adam and myself talk shite.
Oh, absolutely. Nothing is true. Wake it all up on the spot.
That will just about do it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Of course, we'll see you in your respective tiers. Hope you're all happy with your seats that the wheel has given you. Say thank you to it.
It doesn't lie.
It puts a lot of work in.
Right, we will catch you again, guys. Thanks very much.
See you all in a bit.